Hello Skittles, it's Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Fanfic of the Month, a show where I review fanfics, not read them, review them. Because I know there's some people out there who think that this is a show where I read fanfics. No, I review them. Get it right, you stupid twat! Verbal abuse aside, today's fanfic of the month goes to You're Human and You. And as you can expect from the title, it's a human-in-equestria fic. Because I haven't done those before! But out of all the human-in-equestria fics I've read, this is probably the most unique one I've ever read. Well, to start things off, most human-in-equestria fics fall into one of four categories. The first one is when humans do not exist in Equestria. No pony has ever heard of humans before, so when our designated protagonist winds up there, everyone is fucking horrified of, who's this weird creature? Is he gonna bite me head off? So that's the first one. The second one is where humans are depicted as either a fictional or mythological, where they existed at some point or exist in some sort of fantasy, but they actually don't exist. They've heard about them, they think they're sort of like this fictional, mythological creature, but they don't exist. So when said protagonist winds up again, everyone's frightened that, oh no, it's a human! Quick, he's gonna bite your heads off! Run for your lives! Now the third one is probably the weakest of the four, because in the third one, humans are pretty much everywhere in Equestria, so when protagonist shows up, everyone's like, oh hey look, it's a human! Not really surprising, really, they're fucking everywhere, the things. It's the weakest one because it doesn't create as much tension, because obviously if humans are alive in Equestria and sort of living there, it doesn't create as much sort of, like I said, it doesn't create the drama or the story, it doesn't make everything as tense as it needs to be, because I remember reading this one fic and it was just, I couldn't get through the first chapter really, because humans are, oh look it's a human, oh it's okay, don't worry, you'll be home Sunday. It just doesn't work really. And then there's the fourth one in which human protagonist gets turned into a pony in Equestria, and most of the humour comes from him going, oh, what the hell is going on? Why am I a horse? What the hell is wrong with my penis? Now, Your Human and You falls into the third category of human-in-equestria fics, which I said was the weakest of the four, but here's the catch. Humans in Equestria don't have intelligence. Yeah, humans, these humans, they don't have intelligence. They have the same intelligence of a zoo chimp. They can't speak, they can't think for themselves, and they're very much treated like domesticated house pets. A lot of ponies do sort of have them as pets, like one would treat them with the same round of respect that one would give for a cat or a dog. They're like pets. They're basically, they're treated like wild animals and they're used as pets, which as a human-in-equestria concept is actually quite unique. So when our protagonist Max falls into Equestria via magical plot device, he's very much treated like a house pet, because to cut a long story short, he ends up in the who's of everyone's favourite purple pony princess, and he's very much treated like a house pet, which is where most of the comedic value for this fic comes from. But despite most of it being comedic, it's surprisingly dark, because I don't want to go too much into this because I don't want to spoil any of the story, because this fic is really well crafted. It's made in such a way that you want to keep reading it. You read one chapter, shit happens, then in the next chapter that shit gets resolved. But then something else happens and that gets resolved, and it just keeps going on and on and on, which may sound repetitive, but it occasionally has these, like, a few chapters where, like shit of a lesser variety happens and it's resolved in that chapter, but then something else happens, and it's designed in such a way that you want to keep reading. A story, it has a really, really gripping story, and you just want to, it just makes you want to keep reading it. This is a fic that I've read that has kept me up at night. It's that addictive. It's kept me up at night. I've read this into like this. I've seen the sun coming up over the horizon, and I'm like, what year is it? How long is this fic? Because this fic is actually rather long. It's got what, 40 chapters, and each of them have like a decent amount of length to it. So if you're looking for a fic that has a good amount of length, it's really, really long, and if you want a unique premise that I'm pretty sure hasn't been used in a fanfic before, or at least not on fanfiction, go check it out. It's really interesting, it's really gripping, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. Links in the description so you can check it out for yourself. My name's Skittles is Cool, and I'll see you next time. in this Equestria don't have... Hope you didn't hear that.